Brand new programming on Unity Radio Online.
Right now, I actually feel like a king because guess what? I'm actually in the company of the man himself, Blee. Welcome to the Drifty Show. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Thanks for inviting me and having me down
It's
here.
no problem. Thanks for coming through. So after a 3-year break from the music scene, you're back. Why did you feel you needed to come back to the music industry?
Well, you know what? It wasn't even a conscious choice to leave. I don't know what happened. Life just took over.
Yeah.
Before I knew it, 3 years passed by before I made another track. It's like, you know, I got to a point where, man, I needed that therapy. Because for me, my relationship with music is all about sort of therapy, getting the music out there, getting the inspiration from people's feedback. And it's that, it was just time for that to come back out.
So you're back with a new album, The Black Lion Chronicles Chapter 4, Choose Love. How long did it take you to work on this album?
This album, it took maybe 4 months from start to finish, man. I've got this thing where I only release albums on like Friday the 13th, right? So
I know. We're gonna get into that.
Yeah. So I was kind of waiting for the inspiration for this one, but it kind of came and it just kind of flowed after that. Like within 4 months, everything was done from like start to finish.
So how would you describe the sound on this particular album as opposed to the other 3?
This one, I definitely say is a little more commercial, a lot more. I say commercial. It wasn't aimed to be commercial, but it's more commercial-friendly music. A lot more light. I'm normally a lot like harder politically. I'm really politically driven with my music, but this one's a little easy. I take it easy, try to make people feel good.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, with the single "Feeling Like a King," you know how much spins we be playing on Unity Radio Online.
Yeah, much love, man.
Tell me a bit about the concept behind that. Like, what? Yeah.
Well, that song, you know what? Because what it was, I went through a little thing last year where I spent some time in prison, and "Feeling Like a King" was me reflecting on the day I was getting released. And it was just like everything I described in the first verse, and I opened up the curtains and the sun against my skin. That was what I felt. You know, it was just like the rest of my life is about to begin. Like it's done now, and that's like the whole inspiration for the track, man. It's just moving on from that dark space into something better.
Something better, right?
Yeah.
Wow. So you're a man of many talents. I know this. You've written tracks, you've produced tracks, you also engineer tracks.
Yep.
Wow. What comes the most easiest for you?
Man, that's tough to say. I think production probably because I started out as a producer, and I only started becoming an artist out of frustration from having artists not really produce, like doing what I wanted to do on my beats. You know what I mean? So I'm like, nah, these guys are letting me down. I gotta step up and do it myself.
You gotta do if you want the job done properly, you gotta do it yourself.
And that's what it is, man. So, but yeah, the first love was definitely production. But you know, lyrics now they just come like nothing. Like once the inspiration is there from the instrumental, it just comes out, man.
I hear that. So this thing about, you mentioned Friday the 13th, this is something we're all curious about.
All right.
What is the significant number 13? What is this
You know
about?
what? 13 has always been, I remember from childhood, like one of my earliest memories in life was being in Canada, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, I remember being in the elevator and asking my mom, where's number 13? Because the elevators over there, they don't have 13 because they believe they're so superstitious. They go from 12 to 14. So it was like, it's always been a thing for me. Like, what the hell is this about 13? So that's why I was like, but then the other side of it was like with music, every time I had a deadline for something, you always feel like you could do more. And I'm keep pushing back deadlines. So I wanted to do something that gave me a fixed date. So if it's Friday the 13th, I can't change it. You know what I mean? I can't push it back. So there's kind of 2 reasons behind why I chose that number and that day for that.
Okay, I hear you. So I want to talk about the fact that you've had your music featured in the hit American TV series Lincoln Heights and True Blood. How did that all come about?
Man, it's through hustling, man. You know, just trying hard, pushing my music out there. Got some agents in the U.S. that, you know, fortunately they enjoy my music. They appreciate the work that goes in, so they do try and push it for me. And because it's a tough for an unknown, relatively unknown artist to get in a program like that. But definitely, you know, it's like the music kind of speaks for
that's
itself.
a big thing. That is a major thing,
definitely, man.
So are you working on? Have you got any more music placed in any other TV shows, or is there anything in the pipeline?
Yeah, I just heard there's a show called, is it Graceland? I don't really know the show myself, but I just got, like last week, my agent sent me something to say, one of my songs got placed in Graceland. which is another series in the US.
Yeah.
I think it's based in Tennessee or something. I don't know much about the show, but yeah, I was like, cool, you know.
Of course.
Got the check, I'm good.
No, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. But we're gonna take a break right now and get into the single with About This Life. This is one of the tracks that I personally like, so I'm gonna play it for you right now here on the Drifty Show. Let's get into it, people.
Brand new programming on Unity Radio Online.